There it is. Hey, good morning. Good afternoon, I should say. It is a little after noon here on Wednesday. I am talking quietly because last night we got a surprise. Woohoo! Yeah. That is Tatum Emery, our new daughter. And so she came yesterday evening, about 6 o'clock. So she just got a cute little place. Look at that right there. She's all snugging in with me right now. Mom is resting. So if you see this devotional today, typically on Wednesdays I like to do worship and I like to do prayer, which I'm totally up for prayer, but quite honestly, I'm tired, and just being real, new dad, right? So anyways, but I did want to do, just kind of a devotional thought today. Are you going to help Daddy? Oh, see, she's already looking at him now. But I was reading in Proverbs and came across Proverbs 3, verses 5 and 6, and it says, trust in the Lord with all your own heart, lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. And I think there's something to that today. I think there's something just really as I'm leaning into the Lord about him directing our paths, but we have to lean into him. But in order for us to lean into him, we have to trust him and not lean on our own understanding. And so many times I think we try to take things in our own hands. I know I do. I'm notorious for that. That I try to take things in my hand instead of asking God for wisdom. Wisdom is a person. And he talks about later on in Proverbs 3, he talks about, if you find it, put it around your neck. Sell everything to get it. But wisdom is a person. And wisdom comes from the throne of God. And so I think one of the things that the Lord is doing right now in this massive reset for us is that He's causing us to lean into him. So that starts with trust. And the big question we have to ask ourselves, even in the middle of this pandemic, is, do we trust him? And that I know that as a believer, as a Christian, as a believer, sometimes we give the believer answer, oh yes, I trust him. But yet, when it really comes down to it, the rubber meets the road, so to speak, we have this thing of where we start trying to grab a hold and we start trying to do our own thing and we start trying to handle it ourselves. And anyways, the point of it is when we trust God, we trust him. Now, that doesn't mean we don't partner with him. You've heard me talk about that a lot too, right? Like partnering with God, right? Because Psalms 37:4 says, delight yourself in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart. Oh, my little girl. Oh, she's starting to cry a little bit. Look at that face. I'm sorry, sweetie. Did I wake you up? Anyways. But the point still remains. The point is still there, that we have to trust the Lord and not lean on our own understanding, but trust in him and gain his. And that is where he'll direct our path. And so in this season of coronavirus and in this season where things are going crazy, we're all asking, what is the will of God? What is the path that we're supposed to take? Yeah. She's getting hungry. I'm about to do that. But anyways, but the point of it is still, and always is to follow him, to lean into him. So I want to challenge you this week with a couple questions to think about for today, for Wednesday. Number one, what does it look like for you to trust him? Or where is there a lack of trust? That's the first one. What does it mean for you to trust Him, or where's there a lack of trust? Because there's just a supernatural favor and blessing right now, to go deeper into things with Him, and He is really working to restore our hearts. I know Tiffany and Melanie talked about it the last couple of days. The Lord is really doing stuff to really mend our hearts, so that we are closer to Him. So that's number one. Number two, I think I'd say is, what does it look like to lean into the Lord for you in this season? What does it mean? What does that mean to lean into Him? It's, for lack of a better term, I don't know if you ever saw the movie While You Were Sleeping with Sandra Bullock, but there's a scene where Joe Jr. comes out there because the brother was still living in furniture, and he's like, hey, do you need help? And she's like, no, why are we asking? And he goes, because he was leaning. Right? If you haven't watched that movie, go watch it. It's a cute movie. But the point is we have to lean into God. And that's usually where we're going to have to put aside some things. And that's the whole deal. God is asking us, begging us, literally using a pandemic virus to get us as the body of Christ to lean into Him. So what does it mean? What does that look like for you to lean in Him? And then the other thing is what is the path that He has you on? Because we're all on different journeys. And one thing I've realized, even though, sorry, a little photo there, that's a little, she getting a little red. But one of the things I've realized, okay, you're good there, sweet. Anyways, one of the things I realized is about this is that this journey is different for us all. And so, where you had grace to walk before, you may not have grace right now. And that's okay. It's your journey. But He is directing our paths. And if we'll let Him direct our paths, and we allow Him to really mold our hearts and have our hearts, that as we walk, we'll be able to walk, A, without getting offended, and B, with clarity and vision. Our eyes, it says that we're to set the Lord before us always, and that's literally, I picture like Peter when he got out of the boat, right? His eyes gazed at Christ and never left. That's what it means to really look at Him, to go for it. So anyways, thank you guys for watching today, or anything. Sorry it's late, with doctors coming in and out. It makes it a little time consuming, but I figured you might want to see this little beautiful Tatum. And so anyways, so you guys have a great day. Be blessed, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.